my name is Tia, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Also subscribe to my channel and hit the post notification buttons if you're new so you can see whenever I post a new video. But today's video is going to be 50 topics that you guys can talk about while on a date. So usually on a date there's like some awkward silence because you don't know the person, maybe you haven't talked to them, maybe this is your first time meeting up with them. This one is your proudest achievement. Just tell them like what you did in your life that you're most proud of. The next one is Netflix shows. That is a really good topic because there's like a whole bunch of shows on Netflix, really entertaining, and you can just tell them like what your favorite show is and like what you like about it. Next one is your least favorite foods, because like favorite foods is like kind of boring to talk about now, so just talk about like what you least favorite food is. Worst fears, I wouldn't say I'm scared of like that much stuff besides like the obvious like bugs, spiders, snakes and stuff like that. Next one is instruments that you play, and then the next one is talk about your celebrity crush, and then a movie that you like to see that's coming up in theaters. Talk about the YouTubers that you watch or that you see like on your trending page and stuff, because I'm on YouTube all the time, like we all are during this quarantine time, so that would be a cool thing to talk about. About your most hated subject in school, because like I said before, like everyone always talks about like, oh, what's your favorite color, what's your favorite movie, but we never ask like what the least favorite color is and least favorite movie and stuff like that. Next one would be your favorite book, even though no one really reads anymore, but just bring it up for conversation. Next one is a movie that you cried at. Tap into your emotional side, like let them know you can be vulnerable and that you cry sometimes during really sad movies. This one is a celebrity that you want to meet. I of course want to meet Beyonce and Rihanna. Next one, you would ask if you want to go like back in time or into the future. I think most people's answer would be like into the future, so you can see like all the cool stuff. Next one is your favorite season, you know, summer or winter. I feel like most people say summer because it's like hot and everything. Next one is your favorite quote. Next one is your favorite Disney movie. So, you know, like hopefully they're a Disney fan. I feel like anyone who doesn't like Disney movies is kind of weird to me. Next one, you can ask if they play any sports. Maybe they don't play a sport, but they just have a favorite one that they like to watch. Next one can be their go-to candy bar. Like ask them what you want to eat and if they like sweet stuff or sour stuff or savory stuff, just ask them about that. This one is their favorite holiday. I feel like the typical answer for this one is Christmas. Like no one ever picks like Easter or like the random holidays. And then you can ask them if they have any pets. Me personally, I'm not an animal person. Next one is like what's a good place to eat around the area. So if you guys are coming from like two separate areas, maybe meeting up at the mall or something, you can ask them like what to eat, or maybe plan like the second date at a cool restaurant, stuff like that. Next one is like what they're studying in school, in college, in high school, middle school, whatever. And then you can also ask them about like what they're like studying like to go into their future job and everything, and just talk about like the future, what they would like to have, or like where they would like to be at personally with their goals. Like the obvious question is like, oh, do you have any siblings, blah blah blah. But like I don't know, I try not to like track off into like other people's lives, because like when you're on a date, like you're trying to get to know the person, so don't go talking about your like family drama. The next one is like what is their go-to takeout food. Like a lot of people like Chinese food or Mexican food or Italian food, like, you know, like where they like to get takeout from. And then you can ask them what's their favorite song. And then you can ask them like where they would like to travel, like where have they traveled before. Obviously during this quarantine times we're not traveling anywhere. So next one could be like weird life hacks, like things that you can do like easier, quicker, to make your life easier. It can be like something you feel strongly about, like not really like those touchy subjects like politics, unless you are a politics person like me. If someone started talking politics, I'd be like, ew, this person is boring, I'm not into that. But if you're into it, go ahead and talk about it. You can talk about someone who's changed you, maybe some kind of like person in the past, or someone you're like living with, your family members. Talk about how they like formed you today, like how you became the person that you are today. Someone who motivates you, someone who's like constantly there for you in your life. A good one is like talk about your favorite actress, because like there's like certain questions that go together, because if you're asking like what's your favorite movie, then you can say like what's your favorite actor in the movie. Like just find similar questions that kind of like run into each other, that way you won't have like an awkward pause in between each question. And you can say like things that make you laugh or things that you have fun doing. And then the next one is like what is their favorite animal. And then like after the animal question, you can see like, oh, do you like dogs? Oh, what's your favorite type of dog? Like make sure your questions like flow into each other, that way the conversation goes smoothly and it's not like awkward. Next one is an embarrassing story about yourself. So if it's like really awkward, you could just like throw in something from your childhood that you're embarrassed about, and then you guys can laugh about it together and everything like that, unless they start making fun of you, because then that's like a red flag. If they're like, oh, so you were ugly back then, I'd be like. The next one you can talk about is your favorite drink, like your favorite dinner meal, breakfast meal, lunch meal, like all of those, because food, like who doesn't like talking about food. This one you can talk about is like social media, like maybe pull up your guys' Instagrams, follow each other, like, but don't be on your phone like by yourself, like texting like the group chat, be like, oh my gosh, it's going so well. Like don't be doing like that. Maybe like follow each other, look at each other's like aesthetic on their Instagram accounts, maybe be like, oh, like this is a really good picture of you, like that one's cute, blah blah blah. And then just talk about your favorite influencer along with that, like who you follow, what kind of like motivating pages do they follow, because like for me, I recently unfollowed like a lot of people, and like my feed is like cleared up slowly, and following more like motivational, like inspirational pages and everything. Then you can ask them about like different kinds of art, so if they like to paint or draw, like what kind of hobbies that they have that are like the art quality, you know. But for me, like I'm not really skilled in that. Like I guess I do makeup sometimes, so that is an art. Next thing you can talk about is like shows that you watched when you were little. Like we all watched like Nickelodeon and Disney. Maybe have like a discussion about that, which one was better, what was your favorite show on each type of channel. And the last thing is something that you change about the world, like what is your like purpose here and everything. And I know like it's kind of weird to ask like deep questions on the first date, but like I do that because like if I can ask you these deep questions on like the first time we meet, and you give me like a good decent like lengthy response, I'm like, okay, they're cool. Yep, that was it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, and stay tuned for more videos.